Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday. I've got JoJo, our 3046R John Deere tractor, big tool rack on the back, loaded up. I've got the compost pile that we got from a local farm late last season. Let it age right here. I've got that scooped out. So it's finally not frozen, which is great. Pretty rich stuff. So I'm going to work on topping off these beds. The reason I want to do these first is because where the tractor is actually where another row of Birdies beds is going to be coming and being installed here. We'll probably do that in next month. We'll still be able to drive the tractor all the way around here. And we call this the tractor road on the plans if you've seen the plans. But it's going to be much easier for me just to get these loaded up and refilled. Doing no dig, so what I'm going to come in and do is any of the big stalks that are left, I'm just going to cut those right off. Most of the stuff I've already pulled. If I see things like this, the grass, I will pull the grass out. There's not much weeds in these beds. Worked really well last year. Didn't have much weeds anyways. And we'll put straw on again, which will compost in. So we'll need to fill these up. So I will be shoveling some dirt today. And Birdie just heard the turkeys. And we'll cover these up, fill these up. At least all these for today. I might do some more, but then I need to actually get back and cover over all the straw that blew off our garlic, because we have garlic in this bed here, and we have garlic over here in the field garden. And we're supposed to get back into the teens this week for temperatures. I think like 14 or 13 Fahrenheit is going to be our low this week. So I want to make sure that the garlic is protected now that it's all coming up. So I'm gonna go get Birdie, our puppy, and then get back to work. So one of my recommendations when you're looking for compost is to stick your hand in it and make sure it smells good. And also make sure there's things that are alive. You want to see bugs, you want to see worms. This pile of compost comes from a local animal farm, cow farm, meat farm. So they age their manure, the cow manure, chicken mixes, and I ordered from them. And when I asked them what went into it, how long did they age it, all this stuff, you want to know those answers. And if the farm can't tell you those answers, you probably don't want their compost. You also want to make sure that there's no plastic and crap in it. So, first scoop out of that big pile back there. It's March, end of March, here in Massachusetts, Northeast. And it's, things are waking up. So you want to see life in your dirt. So just a food for thought. You can buy the bags of compost, and you can, but if you do go from a local farm, just make sure you go put your hand in it or smell it. And I don't taste it, although I did get asked if I did once. But I want to see how it holds together, and then is it too clay? Is it too heavy? You want a very fine balance there, and you can do additives. And I will actually add an all-purpose fertilizer to this, but you can see it's very rich, which is great. But it clumps together and it falls apart, which means the roots will be able to move freely through this compost. So I moved over to the far end now because I want to actually get some peas planted up against our cattle panel trellis today. So I already have peas started in the hoop house. I'm going to actually start these seeds out here today, and then I also will soak some pea seeds. I don't typically soak my seeds, but I will soak some later this week and plant them after the really cold snap goes through too, just to try to get the most of it. because they're so early, with peas, once they go by, it's still plenty of time to repurpose this trellis here in Zone 5B. We'll have plenty of season left for pumpkins and beans and different things as well. I'm pretty sure this will only have watermelon and pumpkins on it, with a few beans sprinkled in this year, but I'm not sure yet. We're still finalizing that plan. But the trellis held up really well over the winter. Jay cleaned it really nicely. I was very happy about that. So I'm gonna go in here and just top this soil off. I'm leaving all these grape tomatoes and big beef tomatoes that were that had frozen and fallen off last year. So if seeds end up coming up from those, not a big deal at all. Easy to move them, or just let them be the volunteers that they want to be. So that is my next task now. So the rain has started. I got a little behind here, but I got all 4 of these low beds done. I still need to do the straw, but I'll do that tomorrow on the garlic bed here. The garlic is pretty small here. You guys can see here. So these were all the garlic that actually the turkeys had dug up from the field garden that I needed to replant. So I just moved them out to here. And then I filled up this bed over here so I can plant the peas this week, probably tomorrow, on the trellis.